Welcome back to YuGiOh Master Duel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I have some stuff to show you. For starters, the World Championship 2023 has finished, so if you go over to your Cheer Your Champion page, you can actually collect some rewards, which give you a pack thing. I didn't actually do that yet. I forgot about it until just now, so let's go see what I can get from that. But there's also some other new stuff in this game, with new missions for the 57.3 million downloads campaign. I don't understand why they chose that number specifically, but hey, I'm gonna accept the gems anyways. You get a free 1,000 gems just for logging in for 6 days. 500, you get an IP mask alt art, you get 200, 100, 100, and 100. Equating to a total of 1,000 over the course of a week, pretty much. Which is nice, actually. I'm appreciative of that. Then over here in the shop, we have some unfortunate additions to the game. Kashtira is officially in YuGiOh Master Duel. Now for those of you who don't know, Kashtira is the best deck in the TCG right now. It's ridiculous. They think semi-limiting Fenrir and doing nothing else is going to change things, but no. No, I'm really not excited for it. And they also added Chaos Angel and Azalea for some reason. I don't know why Azalea's in this soon. It's just a generically good Link monster, but that's its own thing. This card I'm pretty sure was already in the game, but Chaos Angel being put in as a generic level 10 synchro that can be summoned out super easy, it's just unfortunate. Kashtira is absolutely ridiculous. If you haven't played against it before, it's a zone lock deck. Basically, these monsters will special summon themselves from hand. If you have another one, they can special summon themselves. It's pretty much one card combo. You activate Kashtira Birth, special summon another, or normal summon another one, I'm pretty sure. Then you go into Shangri-Era. Shangri-Era is going to lock you out of zones. Then you'll exceed further into Arise-Heart. And it's just a macrocosmos, so every card sent to the graveyard that you control is banished instead, face down. Each time a card is banished face down, it attaches a banished face down card to that card as material. It's absolutely ridiculous and should not be in the game. They can also use Diablosis the Mind Hacker to rip cards out of your extra deck. It's not cool, honestly. I think Fenrir should be at 1. I really hope Diablosis gets banned soon in this game because it is in the TCG right now, but holy shit, Kashtira is absolutely broken and I'm very much not looking forward to it. However, there are 2 new secret card packs that have been added that you actually get 1 pull-on for free. Adventure and Space-Time Transcendence, the IP Mask Alt Art Pack. However, I have a clip really quickly. Yep. In the 1 pack I got, I pulled the alt art, I pulled the chase card, basically. I literally pulled the alt art IP mask, which, I mean, I don't care. I don't play IP mask. I don't like using IP mask. I'm also not a fan of it. And so I'm really tempted to dismantle it just for the memes, but also because I did pull it and it's probably the luckiest I've ever got. I mean, no, I did get every rarity of Axel Synchro Stardust really easily. Maybe this, I consider that to be luckier. But there's a bunch of fun stuff. Also, for some reason, I have a free pull in. Oh, because that was my first time pulling in opening the pack or anything like that. Yeah. Let's do a pull of this real quick as well. But the Sword Soul and Punk packs will be leaving soon. There's only around 18 days left, I believe, as well as the Labyrinth pack. We have a brand new arena called Dogmatika Cathedral, which I think actually looks quite nice in terms of the surrounding area. I think the play area is not good, but the actual field area, like the background stuff, I guess you could call it, is really nice. I really like how that looks. We have Masterpiece, the True Draco Slayer as a new art, Chaos Angel sleeves, and this thing. To me, it just kind of reminds me of Beyblade. I believe his name was Masamune, but that was a really fun thing. I actually, if I can find it now, I believe it's further down here, right? Under special packs? Legacy packs, there it is. If I go over to here, I have a special ticket that gives me an SR Royal Rare because the team that I voted for came second. I also have just a general minimum SR guaranteed times 2, so I'm going to use this, and we're going to see what I can get. Okay, only one, I mean, oh, they're supposed to both have SR, so that means that in these packs, I'm guaranteed an SR. I don't know if this is 1 card, though, or if it's just, oh, it's 2 cards, and one of them's an SR. What is that supposed to do? I don't understand what that was supposed to do for anyone. But okay, now we open our second one, see if I get something good from it. What? The actual... You know what? That's actually not that bad. I could probably figure something out that would make this really good. Make a math deck, not math mech, a math deck based on the calculator. That could be pretty fun. Now I can use my SR Royal Rare finish. I wish they would just let you pick a card to make a Royal Rare, to be honest, but I mean, I guess that'd be too nice of them. let's see what I can get. Santa Claus? You know what's hilarious about this? I actually already have Royal Rare Santa Claus on my Switch account for Master Duel. So getting that on this is hilarious because I adore Santa Claus. That's one of my favorite cards in design. I love Christmas, I love snow, it's just fun. It's just a funny thing. Now I have some replays for you that actually come directly from this morning. You see this hand right here? I got no interactions and I have a send from deck. This card can be ashed. Let's see what I draw. It's also a new card. I'm not used to playing it. My opponent's playing Megaliths. Upon seeing this, I was super happy because it's a ritual deck. This card, I didn't really read how it worked. It says equal exactly. His levels equal the level of the ritual monster. I am used to all of the Vendread ritual cards being equal or exceed. So not using this frequently, this being specifically equal was like, oh shit. Because I have Battle Lord in hand. There's only really one card I can do. Megalith monster, I'll start to return the ritual monster back to hand. They have quick effects in hand most of the time. He sets up on Megalith Phaleg and passes, which is actually not good in the slightest. It doesn't do anything. The ritual field spell does actually keep it protected for all ritual monsters. So I start off using Vendread Evolution, thinking, okay, I can use this to send whatever. I didn't realize that Vendread Battle Lord wasn't equal or exceed. And so my stupidness ended up needing to send either Core or Revenants. And for some reason, I don't know why I thought I could use Revenant. I would use Core here and it'd be smart. But I could have used one Uni-Zombie, because I drew a second, and one Vendread Revenants from deck, and then special summoned Battle Lord out. Yeah, not a good opening play for my hand at all. I get the effect of Vendread Core, and I banish one of my Uni-Zombies to special summon Core. Then I use its effect, banishing my Vendread Evolution, turning off monster effects. This entire time they had something that was activating in hand, and so I really just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have to worry about an Ash, or an Imperm, or Valor, or anything of the sort. So I'm linking to a Vendread Savior, and then I get the effect of Vendread Battle Lord in hand, dumping a monster and adding a ritual monster to hand. So I dump Scar of the Vendread. Scar of the Vendread is going to activate and add Vendread Origin. Then I get the effect of Vendread Slayer, allowing me to add Battle Lord back to hand. And then I get to activate Vendread Origin, tributing off my Battle Lord to special summon out my Vendread Slayer. I love that Spider-Man. I don't like what happens with his head. I link these two off into Vampire Fascinator. Vampire Fascinator on summon can target a monster in my opponent's graveyard and special summon it to my field in defense position. And you might be wondering why this isn't activating, because we saw them use a monster in grave. Ritual monsters can be special summoned from grave or banished after they've been ritual summoned. So this would need to be ritual summoned first, and then I can take it. But I still have the effect of Vendread Slayer to add a ritual spell and to dump a monster. If I send Hound Horde, I use Hound Horde effect, discarding Vendread Evolution to special summon Hound Horde. Now I have the effect of Vampire Fascinator, tributing it to take control of my opponent's Megalith Vague. Scar of the Vendread effect is going to banish my Vampire Fascinator to special summon Scar of the Vendread. Then I have Ravenous, allowing me to special summon out my Vendread Revenants, using both itself and Hound Horde to special summon out into my Slayer once again, getting him with a quick effect to banish a special summon monster and a quick effect to banish a spell or trap. I actually had game here. They couldn't have done anything about it. I attack with their own monster, then I have Slayer on my field. I also have a Called By in hand. Purely because they're playing Megaliths, which, after having played it, is alright of a deck. It's unfortunate what they ended on, but I also end on good boards like that from time to time, so I don't think it's a bad deck, to be honest. It's just not a good deck at all. It wouldn't be able to compete up with anything, while Vendread can compete with a lot of stuff, so I decided to pass my turn to let him go on and see what they could do, and that would give him his card back, and I wanted to see what could happen from there. I forgot to set Called By, but it actually almost did lose me the game here. In draw phase, they get a very good card, summon Manju of the 10,000 Hands, adding Megalith Ophiel to hand. Megalith Phaleg, using that, tributing this to ritual summon into Ophiel, which they just added. They get Ophiel effect, adding a Megalith monster from deck to hand. I wish I had red cards. I truly wish I had red cards. During your main phase, you can activate this effect, ritual summon a monster from your hand, using ritual monsters from your hand or field, including this card. So I think, alright, I'll just get rid of the Ophiel. And this is the card that was activating during my last turn. During the main phase, you can discard this card and ritual summon a Megalith ritual monster from your hand. That's what I was afraid of. However, drawing that Manju there was amazing for them. This was terrifying. This was legitimately a very scary card that just happened here. because I didn't set Called By. So if I had set Called By, I would have activated it on that. I mean, I know what's in their hand here. It's still a level 4, but it's still risky having those cards go off because there are more and more things they can go into from there. They can target a ritual monster in the graveyard and add it to the hand. This effect will add a Megalith spell or trap from deck to hand. On resolution, they're going to add Megalith Unformed, which actually ritual summons a Megalith ritual monster from the deck, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And all you have to do is tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal exactly twice this level. So because they have a level 4 on field, they can ritual summon a level 2, or because they have a level 8 on field, they can ritual summon a level 4. They activate its effect, retributing that off, special summoning out a level 2 Megalith Fool, which is absolutely beautiful, amazing card art. Tributes that monster, or targets that monster, adding it back to hand, becoming a level 8. Using its effect, they ritual summon one, which by using the monsters, so they ritual summon Megalith Bethor using the Fey Leg in hand, and then that's 2 level 8s on field, so he can target monsters I control up to the number of ritual monsters with different names in graveyard and destroy them. Luckily, Vendread Origin effect allows me to protect my Vendread Slayer. Sky of the Vendread effect is going to add Vendread Charge to hand, which is set up for next turn. Then he Xyz summons, and when I saw the Xyz summon, I realized Draglubion. Draglubion is actually super good here for me. Like, that was arguably one of the best plays they could have done. If they had just done whatever else and just kept those monsters on field, I would have been in a very scared position. Or if they'd even gone into Hope Harbinger here instead of Numeron Dragon, because they're expecting to OTK. Because Megalith Phaleg gives 300 attack for each ritual monster in the graveyard. They have a lot. I think it's 5. Pretty sure there's 5 there. So they're getting 1500 extra attack. Draglubion then gets the 9000 attack because 1 and 8 rank, which means that they can attack for game. Revendread Slayer has an effect during the damage step, banishing a zombie monster from the grave to gain 300 attack. So I banish my Uni-Zombie, I go up to 2700, and the field spell protects my Vendread Slayer from being destroyed. I live the turn with 200 health, and he has a Numeron Dragon on field. Numeron Dragon, of course, means you can't summon anything else out for the rest of the turn. Pre-prep of Rites. Amazing start. Activate the effect of Vendread Slayer, targeting the Draglubion to banish it. Then I will also I don't actually recall if I activated the effect to banish the field spell. I had Ravenous Vendread to hand and Vendread Scavenger. I then activate the effect of Vendread Charge, pitching my Scavenger to special summon from my deck a Scar of the Vendread. Activate Ravenous Vendread, special summoning my Revenants from grave, targeting my Scavenger to special summon back out my Vendread Scavenger. With the quick effect to banish a special summon monster. Scar of the Vendread effect, I actually have 2 here. Because this was sent to the grave, I can add a Vendread spell trap in the hand, and then because this was attributed, because the monster was attributed on the field, I can banish a zombie. For some reason, using the effect to banish the Scar of the Vendread means that it's no longer able to activate its effect, even though it was technically sent to the grave, which is weird to me, but it is what it is. Scavenger effect, distributing it, gaining its attack. Then I target that effect to target the special summon monster and banish it. Then I target his spell and trap to banish it. So Vendread Scavenger is going to gain 2400 or 2600 attack here, I believe, actually. Which is just beautiful. Scar of the Vendread effect, now that it was sent to the grave for real this time, adds a Vendread spell or trap to add Re-Origin for follow-up next turn. I go Battle Phase, attack with Scavenger. Then I have Slayer to attack for game. Beautiful game. Actually pretty good. Pretty good game from both people. I think they actually played really damn well, and if they had read my card, they might have known, but also, it's kind of a weird effect to gain only 300 attack. They might not have just done the math, they might have just done the math wrong, you know? It was a rough turn for them, but it was super fun. Look at this opening hand. Like, seriously, what the fuck is this opening hand? Zombie World, Pre-Prep of Rites, Ravenous, and Core on field for target protection as my normal summon? The only thing that could have been better is this Vendread Core was a Uni-Zombie. Or Diviner wouldn't have been that useful. If this Vendread Core was a Uni-Zombie, that might have been the literal best opening hand I could draw in this deck. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Because even if I get Drolled, I have no issue. So I'll activate Pre-Prep of Rites. If I already get Drolled on this, that's perfectly fine. Activate Zombie Wolf immediately. They respond with Max C. I'm not sure why. That's kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. I special summon a lot, actually. They're at 4 cards in hand right now. They are running a 40-card deck. Vendread Core, activate Pre-Prep of Rites, add Origin, add Slayer. No response from them. Activate Ravenous Vendread, special summon Scar out. Jesus, excuse me, the zombie virus took over. They draw 1, and then a ritual summon into Revendread Slayer. How nice. Scar effect on summon. Adds a Vendread spell trap into the hand. Add Reorigin. Quick tribute. Activate Vendread Origin. Tribute the Slayer to special summon out another Slayer from hand. Then I get the effect of Slayer as Chain 1, and the effect of Scavenger, or Scar of the Vendread as Chain 2, so I can banish my Slayer, and get Slayer's effect to be protected and cannot be chain blocked. Scar of the Vendread is going to special summon itself. Then I get the effect of Slayer to add Vendread Evolution, and to pitch Hound Horde. Link summon off using both of these cards into a Vendread Savior, which is just nice. Then I can target a Vendread card in my graveyard, add it to my hand. I add Ravenous back. They activate Thunder Dragon Dark. Thunder Dragon Colossus is a fucking death sentence for this deck. It is an instant loss. If I cannot add cards from my deck to my hand, I straight up will just lose. Assuming I don't start with that opening hand. That opening hand only needed to add once, really. But it would have done a lot for me if I didn't need to. If I basically would have been locked in place, like really, really heavily. Thunder Dragon Dark's going to add Thunder Dragon Dark, which is fine, I guess. I don't know why he did that, but I mean, cool. I don't really know like why he activated Thunder Dragon Dark there, but I guess it's just to activate some effects and get some Thunder Dragons in the grave. So this has no effect, no influence. This has no influence. It has the Battle Phase effect, which is to pitch a card from deck. Then if nothing happens then, my opponent will lose attack. Zombie World on field, which is absolutely amazing. At this point in time, having seen Thunder Dragon Dark, I'm thinking I immediately won the game, because Thunder Dragon Colossus can be summoned by tributing a Thunder monster of level 5 or higher, I believe. So basically, no Thunder monsters can be on the field because of Zombie World, and I know for a fact he did not hard open any form of fucking spell or trap removal. Why? Because he would have started with it. So when he summons this Fallen of Albaz here, I knew for a fact he wasn't playing it. And instead, I'm thinking, oh, he's playing Fallen of Albaz Thunder Dragons. That's weird. No, I think this was a fucking one-up. I never checked the deck, but the fact that he started with this is kind of ridiculous. I don't want to lose either of my monsters, so I activate Reorigin, tributing his Fallen of Albaz to special summon a Vendread token to my field. Now, I'm thinking, alright, he wasted normal summon. Free win, Scar of the Vendread effect, banishes core, special summon Scar Vendread. If this card goes to the grave, free win for me. Draw 2 cards, banish a dark monster from hand. He banishes Thunder Dragon Dark. Thunder Dragon Dark, if banished, adds a Thunder Dragon card from deck to hand, so he adds the base Thunder Dragon. What the fuck is going on here? He activates Thunder Dragon Roar. Returns the Thunder Dragon Dark. Cool. I mean, fair play to you. You're doing good. Thunder Dragon Hawk special summons a Thunder Dragon monster that is banished or in graveyard by discarding, so he special summons out Thunder Dragon Roar, then activates Thunder Dragon Fusion. Of course he has Thunder Dragon Fusion. I mean, fair play to him. He did draw a shit ton of cards off of me, which is completely my fault, but he gets to use this monster now to shuffle them back into the deck to Fusion Summon into Thunder Dragon Titan, which, if he didn't have, he wouldn't have been able, if he didn't have this in hand, he would have had to add it off of something else, because he wouldn't have been able to summon this using its tribute effect, because they aren't considered Thunder monsters. He activates the effect of Thunder Dragon, discarding a card to add a Thunder Dragon card. Then when a Thunder Dragon monster's effect is activated in hand, he can quick effect destroy 1 card on the field. So he targets my Zombie World and destroys it. But doesn't target it, he destroys my Zombie World, I should say. Which was fair play. I mean, that's absolutely the right call. Getting rid of Zombie World is just the best decision. I'm curious if that was like the only actual spell and trap removal in his deck, but I don't ever check. He then activates Thunder Dragon's effect again to destroy once again another card. For some reason, targets Scar of the Vendread. I don't know why he did that. Then Thunder Dragon will add Thunder Dragon to hand. Then I get the effect of Scar of the Vendread in hand. I believe I add Charge to hand here, but he ashes it. Or I was going to add Charge to hand here, but he ashes it, which is amazing for me because now I have the effect of Slayer being unashable, which is perfect. Summons Thunder Dragon Duel. Not even remotely an issue. If this monster effect is activated in hand, gains attack. When this card triggers a post lost by battle, banish a card from the graveyard, add a Thunder monster from deck to hand. Actually kind of frightening. If you were to have Nemesis Corridor in hand, or add Nemesis Corridor, that's a really rough play because you can just special summon it by shuffling back in one of his banished monsters, and then go into Thunder Dragon Colossus, which would have absolutely won him the game. But he didn't read Vendread Slayer, which allows me to pitch Algol Mazera, lowering its attack by 1600. Then he attacks again. I keep it safe with Vendread Origin, banishing that instead. Perfectly fine. Main phase 2, end phase. Not even worried in the slightest. Draw phase. I draw Unizombie. This shit right here, I sat here for maybe a solid minute. Like, why the fuck can't I summon Unizombie? I didn't know that if I controlled this token, I cannot normal or special summon monsters except Vendread monsters. For some reason, I never acknowledged this effect to exist. And my tokens have never been on my field, so it's not like I've ever cheated otherwise, like in real life, I actually play Vendread in real life. I know that I have never ever had this on my field on my turn and still gone into things, but holy shit, that is the biggest caveat. And I probably talked about it before, not realizing it as well, like during my actual live commentary videos, but oh my god. Add Reorigin to hand, and he has another Maxi. Of course you have another Maxi. I guess that's fine, not an issue at all, really. Add Reorigin to hand. Then I have to use these two to link off into a Vendread Saber because I finally realized I couldn't use anything while I was in the field. He gets Thunder Dragon Dark and immediately activates Thunder Dragon Dark effect, and he can pop a monster on my field. So that as that effect resolves, instead I activate the effect of Algol-Mazera. When a zombie monster controlled by destroy a battle or card effect, banish it from your hand or graveyard. Then you have the effect of Algol-Mazera, where if it's banished from the hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position and decrease its level by 1. So now I get to go using these monsters into Shaggying. Oh, how amazing that is. I really did mess up here. I should have used Uni-Zombie effect in the first place, and then pitched my any other monster realistically to reduce, or I didn't have to target itself. I could have targeted his Titan and just sent that, so that way my thing would have had follow-up play by sending Scar, because I forgot I don't have to target one of my monsters in the field. So I thought I had to target Uni-Zombie because it's normally my starter play. It's just unfamiliar with the cards, not using them in these specific situations. But if I had done that, I could have targeted his monster, increased its level, sent a monster to gain its card effect like Scar of the Vendread, and then still be able to go into Chengying while getting more cards in hand. A Vendread Slayer effect is going to pitch my Vendread Executor, making its attack lower. Then I get to attack here for 2400 and 3500. If a monster is banished, I get to banish from my opponent's field and my opponent's grave, which is amazing. Main phase 2, I'll set this, activate Hound Horde, pitching Evolution, because Evolution isn't the best play, to be honest. I don't know if I want to run it at 3 or 2. I am running at 3 in real life now, but I haven't actually played that at my locals yet to figure out if I like that or not. Use both cards here on Summon to bring out my Executor with a special summoned monster effect. Vendread Slayer effect is going to dump 1. Scar of the Vendread effect is going to tribute by banishing, or tribute summon monster, banish a monster to special summon himself, but I'm locked into Vendreads. That's perfectly fine. This comes out, Slayer's going to add a Vendread Origin, and it's going to pitch Battle Lord. Then I activate Vendread Origin, summoning Battle Lord using my Scar and my Hound Horde to have a spell and trap banish as well. Now my field's absolutely set up. Scar of the Vendread effect, it's sent to the graveyard, adds this to hand. Now I set this. They know both of these cards are Origin and Charge. They know which one is which as well, which is pretty nice. Then I have this, which is a Spell and Trap Banish, this, which is a Special Summon Monster Banish, this, which is amazing during the battle phase, and this, which is protected from destruction effects, and also changes the attack and defensive from its monsters, as well as can banish cards if a card is banished. Luckily, I have 2 cards that do banish. That's pretty damn nice. Not only this, if my Executor or a Vendread Saber would be destroyed by battle or card effect, I can banish this instead, keeping me safe. I also have Algol-Mazera as yet another protection for all of my zombie monsters, which Chengying unfortunately isn't, but it's perfectly fine. I'm in an amazing position. I believe they had 13 cards in hand right here. Thunder Dragon Fusion banishes it from grave, adds a Thunder Dragon monster or a Thunder monster from deck to hand. Thunder Dragon Hawk. I'm thinking, why aren't they special summoning out their Titan? This made the most sense to me. I guess it couldn't be for some reason, but like that seemed like the best option would be to summon that, then activate any card effect to pop stuff. But alright, is what it is. They also do know that I have this on field, so maybe they just didn't want to do that, so they'd try to bait me into saving this for something more dangerous. But they're able to then link my monster off using Underworld Goddess of the Then this effect I actually thought was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever noticed that happen before, or you know, I guess I'm just bad enough so I don't pay attention to it. This card fully negates my field, which is absolutely ridiculous. However, they activate Thunder Dragon Dark, and I respond to this, targeting a special summon monster my opponent controls and banishing it. I'm not sure what they were thinking here, but getting to banish this card here doesn't do much for me. But they surrendered off of that, which I don't understand. The Link Summon effect is still activated, so you can negate the effect of all face-up monsters I control. Was there nothing this person could have done with all those cards in hand? I don't know about Thunder Dragons, so someone please let me know in the comments below. Why do you think they might have surrendered here? Maybe they just had to go, I don't know, something could have happened, but that felt like the most unnecessary surrender from them, because I'm pretty sure they just had game. And this is the last replay I have for you. This starting hand not good. I have to start with Unizombie, of course, use my starter in the deck. Activate Unizombie effect, sending one from deck to grave to increase Unizombie's level. They ash it. Thank fucking god it was an Ash and not a Veiler or an Imperm. That would probably have been game. Hell, if they had even activated D-Shifter, that also would have been game, because D-Shifter completely ruins my deck, as it does to most, because D-Shifter is broken and should be banned. Discard a card to activate its effect, increasing its level. Activate the effect of Hound Horde, pitching Scarves, or discarding Scarves of Vendread to special summon Hound Horde. Scarves of Vendread effect is going to add Vendread Knights from deck to hand. Activate Vendread Knights, then activate Vendread Knights effect, sending away my Scarves of Vendread to add Vendread Slayer. Use these two monsters to synchro summon into Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon. There's not really a better level 7 synchro I could have summoned. I mean, Moonlight Rose might be better, actually. Yeah, Moonlight Rose would be pretty nice. Then I can activate Revendread Origin and banish this to special summon out Revendread Slayer. I get the effect of Scarves Revenge to the grave. I can banish a monster to special summon, but I don't use it. So I'm just sent here on a protection. Only one protection. If a monster is tributed, I can special summon Scar out by banishing Unizombie. Then I have Slayer effect to, during battle phase, gain 300 attack, and this effect does literally nothing at all. This does nothing as well. So my opponent is going to rail me here. They're playing Dogmatika, and they're playing actual Dogmatika using Duel, which is cool. Dogmatika Matrix adds Alphazoa, and Dogmatika Ecclesia adds, and then they add Dogmatika Ecclesia as well. This is really funny. I've actually fought a lot of Dogmatika decks, but only ever when I'm playing Vendread, and Vendread shits on Dogmatika. Like, ridiculously hard, because my extra deck is entirely unneeded. I could play extras if I wanted to, or prosperities, and I'd just be in a better situation. They basically just took away 500 attack from this for some reason. Then I get the prosperity, revealing a bunch of different stuff, showing YuGiOh, and they add Dogmatika Nation. I didn't read that effect. I didn't read Dogmatika Nation's effect. I'm not even gonna pretend I did. They got some shit happening. Fleur-de-lis, if a monster is special summoned from the extract on the field, special summon this card from your hand. Of course. Who cares? And they get to target and negate the effects of my Revendread Slayer. Not even remotely an issue. They get the effect of Dogmatika Nation attacking with Dogmatika Theo, destroying my zombie Necro Dragon. Fleur-de-lis attacks, then I activate Revendread Origin to banish. I didn't know how this worked. After damage calculation, if a Dogmatika monster battles an opponent's monster, destroy that monster. I wouldn't have used this had I known that. Vendread Savior or Slayer is sent to grave, activating his effect, adding that, dumping Scar. Scar of the Vendread effect is going to activate, adding Vendread Charge, because if I draw any monster at all, not any monster, I draw any zombie monster, I'm good. Even if I don't, Vendread Knights is going to add one from deck to hand. Drop return, get Max C. Well, shit. Discard my Vendread Charge, add one from deck to hand, add Revenants. Normal summon Vendread Revenants, then activate Ravenous Vendread. This is the biggest fucking misplay I could have ever done in my life. I absolutely should have gotten rid of the Max C, because if I then normal summon Revenants, and they activate Ash Blossom, I lose. I am fucked. If they activate Ash Blossom on my Ravenous Vendread, I am absolutely ruined here. There is nothing I can do but use Vendread Charge to go into Revenants here, and then summon out Scar of the Vendread, which will do nothing for me, but thank God they didn't have an Ash here, which meant I get to special summon Hound Horde from deck, and which will summon back out my Vendread Slayer. Oh, that was so nice and so lucky. The Vendread Slayer effect is going to on-summon and banish the Fleur-de-lis. Actually, after the effect of Scar of the Vendread dissolves, I get to banish the Dogmatika Matrix. That's the one. Banish Fleur-de-lis, banish the Matrix. Then I have my effects. I thought this is when they attacked. If your Dogmatika monster battled an opponent's monster, I thought it was attacked. And so I activate this. Field spell. All I would have had to do is banish the field spell, then banish this next turn in their drop phase. But is what it is. Add Origin, dump Core. Perfectly fine. Effect of this to do that, because thank God I read the field spell that time and it was a once per turn. Vendread Core effect, banishing my zombie Necro Dragon to special summon Vendread Core. Vendread Hound Horde effect, pitching Origin to special summon Hound Horde. Link summon using both, banishing my core to go into a Vendread Savior. Then I get the effect of Scar of the Vendread, adding a Vendread spell tap. Add Re-Origin, just so I have a little bit of follow-up play. Vendread Savior, adding the spell back to hand of Origin, activating Origin, banishing my Hound Horde and my Revenants. allowing me to special summon back out my Slayer. But, just to reconfirm here, you only gain those effects once per turn. You can use them multiple times per turn if you have monsters that have gained them multiple times. But the effect to gain the spell and trap and special summon monster effect only work once on the field per turn. So this card has no influence right now. But I'm hoping they don't know that. And so instead they banish, and very luckily, I get to win the duel. To be fair, I wasn't in a bad position, because if they had ritual summoned anything, I had my trap to get rid of that ritual summon monster, and if my monsters leave the field, I have protection with Vendread Origin in my grave, as well as just the add effects that they get, and Scar of the Vendread allow me to banish the zombie monster to special summon out Scar of the Vendread to give me some more bodies on field. Vendread's a very damn good deck. I highly recommend you don't play it. It's mine. Back the fuck off. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you've all had a wonderful day. If you haven't, there's always rest your day. There's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things don't get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. Promise. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Vendread's fun. I want to figure out how to make the deck better. I don't think I'm going to run 3 Evolution because Evolution's good. I just kind of don't like starting with Evolution. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.